December 1, 2025. Lakers vs Suns. This is a seemingly normal regular season game, with a not so normal result as Dylan Brooks scored 33 points in this game on 11 of 19 shooting. The result, predictably, is a Suns win, 125-108. But this game has another weird stat. LeBron James only has 3 of 10 shooting, 3 assists, and most importantly for this story, 10 points. 10. This is not the only time LeBron has a pathetic scoring. Of all LeBron games this season, only 1 of 5 so far has more than 20 points. You can tell that this is not because of a limited role, as his shooting is low for his standards, currently at 46%, which is worse than every single season in his career except his rookie one. While that is just in 5 games, it still does not erase the question, what if this is it for LeBron's scoring streak? Is it over? As it turns out, this is the last game of that streak. 1,297 games. That is the length of LeBron's double-digit scoring streak. This is easily the longest of all time. Last time he scored less than 10 points in a game was in January 2007. Back then, Cooper Flagg is 1 month old. JJ Redick, LeBron's current head coach, is a rookie player. The Nuggets still have Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony, and Kevin Durant has not played a single NBA game. This streak has its ups and downs. A streak like this is difficult to keep as many random factors have ended this in the past. Look at Joel Embiid, who used to have a 100 streak of his own right. Getting that many is impressive, but more impressive for someone like him who could get hurt at a moment's notice. That is what ended the streak for him. There could be off shooting nights too. That is why Steph never even is in the conversation for this streak, as his streak could randomly end with him not shooting anything and end with 2 points in a game. Thus, the most consistent, both in terms of talent and health, have this streak. LeBron is perhaps the most consistent NBA player ever, and is usually very healthy throughout the game, rarely getting injured in the middle of it. That is why he has a very long streak. However, even with that consistency in mind, there are signs in the past that LeBron might not keep this streak for very long. After not missing a game in 2018, he got hit with his first major injury the following season. A critical turning point, as this is what caused him to miss the playoffs entirely for the first time since his second season in the league. It got worse 2 years later after the bubble, where the short off-season caused by the finals ending in October caused the entire Lakers team, including LeBron, to suffer major injuries. However, despite all those downs, his streak remains alive. LeBron is still the first option in almost all of those games, thus he still gets enough points to keep the streak alive, even if he randomly gets hurt in the middle of the game. That is about to change as a certain someone decided that it is a best idea to tank his entire franchise future for the sake of an injured Anthony Davis. This move pushed LeBron's role from the main guy in LA to just the second fiddle to Luka Doncic. Lessened role means less points, which means higher chances of ending the streak. Of course, this isn't the only thing that LeBron is having to face. He's also actively declining as a player. Even before Luka arrived in LA, there are quite a few scares throughout LeBron's career that might have ended his scoring streak had it not gone his way. October 28, 2024 versus the Suns. LeBron only scored 11 on 3 of 14 shooting. November 29 versus OKC Thunder. He scored 12 on 5 of 13 shooting. December 2 versus the Timberwolves. LeBron scored 10 points on 4 of 15 shooting. One thing in common with all of these games is that the Lakers really had no chance of winning at the end. Thus, LeBron is often accused of stat padding to keep the streak alive. This is really apparent with the Timberwolves game as he continued playing even in the fourth quarter, where the Lakers are already defeated basically by the Wolves. It is straight up surprising that none of those continued into the rest of the season, as LeBron played very good even with the presence of Luka Doncic on the team, and most of the time he has a very low scoring game. The Lakers win anyway, so no one cares. However, that aging really did rear its ugly head this season. It is now the 2025-26 season, LeBron's 23rd, another record for the books as he surpasses Vince Carter's 22 seasons in the league. But he won't play on opening night like he did the rest of his career. He suffered a sciatica in the offseason, sidelining him for a month. When he did come back playing, it is obvious that his back is still bothering him. It didn't show on the court while watching, but it did show up on the stats. For the first time his entire career, he is averaging less than 20 points per game. It would also be in his worst efficiency ever since his rookie season. That's what makes it look like a decline and not a lessening of role. Most of the time, when he is playing, he's not as much of a scoring threat as he used to be. This has an obvious effect on the streak. His first two games of the season came against Utah Jazz, a team that is not looking to win much and has a very terrible defense. To add more relief to the aging LeBron, these two Utah games are 4 days apart, and that is coming after the team had a 2-day break. What could possibly go wrong?
Mood tonight.
He's always really good at giving mood.
Underneath that.
Oh, what went wrong is that clearly, this is not the same LeBron we know. He scores dominant in the paint, he can still do that, but he has lost quite a step from last season. To be fair to him, he did have a bit of a comeback against the struggling Clippers when he has 25 points on good shooting. This showed hope that maybe his first two games against the Jazz are similar to Luka's first two games as a Laker against the Jazz, just a slump that gets corrected eventually. But this is no slump. Just 2 days later, LeBron scored 13 against the Mavericks. Yeah, they are the third best defense and all, but only 13 on 5-13 shooting. Pathetic. The next game, he sat out to manage his left foot so that he saves his energy for the next game against Phoenix. Then, he played against Phoenix, and that's the same Suns game in the intro, so you already know what happened there. This game, along with his performance in previous games, ignited the talk of LeBron's streak finally ending. It is clear that LeBron is too old to continue the streak for longer, plus the streak by now is basically untouchable. Remember what I said earlier, anything can end the streak? Even the best players in the modern era aren't safe from random off nights and injuries. Kevin Durant, the most consistent scorer in NBA history, even more consistent than LeBron in my opinion, only has 267 games on the streak. Maybe that off night could happen to the oldest version of LeBron James. Well, regardless of that, there's still games ahead. Next up, Toronto Raptors. This game is nothing special at first, and then Luka is out of the game because he has to tend to his second child. Without Luka, it must be the LeBron show, right? In LeBronto? Not quite. While all of these trades and injuries are happening, Austin Reeves is quietly in the background improving. He has been capable of shooting the lights out when he is out there by himself. By LeBron's return, he's averaging 28 points per game for the season. After LeBron's return, which must have lessened Austin's role, his average decreased, predictably, to 29 points. Did I say decrease? I meant increase. Thus, LeBron's role in the offense is decreased even further to just a third scoring option. But surely, Luka's absence will mean he has more opportunities at offense, right? If he is the third option to Luka and Austin Reeves, then the absence of Luka makes him the second option this game. Yes, he is the second option, but his shot is not there. He suffered the off night. By halftime, LeBron only has 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Many people are talking about this being the end of the streak, but remember, this has happened before. This is a common talking point every time LeBron's scoring is this low in the half. But what usually happens is that LeBron scores a lot in the second half to keep the streak. Sadly, not this time, as heading to the fourth, he only has 6 points. But remember, a quarter in the NBA is 12 minutes long. A player could easily score 2 points, especially if he's given the green light. But LeBron simply can't shoot. Time after time, his shots are bricking. All he's really doing well in the game is throwing ball to other players. He's racking up assists out there, but not points. Watching this game, I'm just waiting for LeBron to finally score, for shots to finally fall down, but it just could not. One last shot attempt at the end to put the streak at 1,298, but it just won't go in. It got blocked by Scotty Barnes, guy that is only 6'8". does, it's dawning on everyone that this is the end. 1 minute remaining. LeBron probably has thought on his head that this is the end. But remember, there's still a minute remaining. That is still enough to put up 2 points, right? The issue is, he just couldn't do that because it's a close game. By the second half, the Raptors had closed in and even taken the lead in some circumstances. By the time Barnes blocked LeBron, the score is tied at 118. Due to it being a close game, the defense is still very good. At the end of the game, thus LeBron just couldn't shoot a random shot to keep his streak alive because that would be bad offense. He still has one chance to continue the streak. The score is now 120 all. Austin Reeves is dribbling the ball and then passes the ball to LeBron, who drives. He took the opportunity, but I'll just show you the clip.
To James. Kick it. Corner. Rui. Rui the winner to win the game.
That game winner by Rui Hachimura is probably the perfect way to end a double-digit scoring streak. He could have shot a similar shot he made in 2018 versus Toronto to continue the streak. And remember, he's driving on the basket. It's not out of the possibility to make that shot. And if it doesn't go in, there's still overtime after that to continue the streak. However, he made the right play instead. I've never thought about it for the longest time since I never really thought LeBron's streak could end until he retires. But his double-digit scoring streak being ended by a pass for a game winner, that is just so fitting. And it's even more fitting that it is in LeBronto, of all places. Maybe this is the end of LeBronto as well. Not just the end of the streak. Maybe this is the end of an entire era. That pass really felt like he really, finally passed the torch to the younger players. So, yeah, LeBron, fly high, King James. You would be missed in the NBA. Thanks for watching.